Dan Nuckolls was in the prime of his life. Driven by an indomitable spirit, he focused his energy to provide for his family and achieved a successful career in the entertainment industry. He was active in ministry work, he loved his family, his energy was only matched by his intensity.
It's very unusual, and I've never seen it in 20 years of practice, that a 37-year-old will have a stroke just because he has high cholesterol. Most patients in his situation, they would probably die from the stroke.
The one doctor that we had talked to handed me a piece of paper, and he said, "Here," he says, "this is what's wrong with your husband. He had a basal artery stroke," and he goes, "They're the most severe, 90% die, 90% who live are vegetables." I just got on my knees and just prayed, "God, you raised Lazarus from the dead. I know you can raise Dan."
After 3 days of being sustained by a ventilator and a breathing tube, Dan was still completely paralyzed and comatose. Yet somehow he sensed a divine presence guiding him at a critical moment.
I definitely felt two paths. And I felt literally like I was at that fork in the road. And I was going that way.
After nearly 4 months in the hospital, Dan worked hard to retrain paralyzed vocal cords to swallow and talk, and relearn simple motor skills, overcoming right side paralysis to walk, and after years of continued aggressive therapy, now he even drives.
His recovery has been amazing. He's worked very hard at his recovery. He's a man of faith that I think has helped him a lot. He doesn't give up. He's always very optimistic and sees a future in his life.
I don't look back for the same reason. I don't ask why. All we can do is move forward in life.
Since the stroke, Dan has purposed to put God first and cultivate his faith. The family has learned to depend on God like never before and has grown closer and stronger in the process.
When he first came home, all he could do was sit in a chair. And that's pretty much how he plays with the kids now. But a big thing was when he could get on the floor and he could play with them. That was a big thing for them, for the kids to be able to see that Dad can still be Dad, even though he's different.
I'm very thankful for my wife. I always joke that she's my Wonder Woman because she's never complained about taking care of me.
Since he can't do so much of the physical stuff, so, it's his job to do the coffee in the morning, which is very important, and the laundry and stuff, things around the house that he can do.
Although his pace is more deliberate now, Dan is still the family's breadwinner, working from home as best he can, even learning new skills like animation, but with a new take on success.
I've realized through having to be slow physically, and for my life really taken several notches down, I do things for different reasons now. Before it was a lot more motivated by what I wanted, and now it's more motivated by what good can come out of it and what God would want. It's a relationship that I have with God that there's a reason to go on. I now see God better. I've chosen not to be written off, and with God's help, I haven't been.